working with Sam Raimi, there's sure to be some dark horror elements. What was that experience like for you and working with the director?
I mean, I'm terrified of horror movies, so I was hoping it would be, and it was scary. But so great because I've never actually done one, to get to experience it through Sam, because he's just, it didn't feel dark on set. He's very light, he's very funny and loving and caring and kind. So it was kind of a fun romp some days, and you have to remind yourself, wait, we're making a horror movie. But it was great to see how his mind works, and he's very generous with explaining what he's thinking, what he hopes this looks like, and he brings you along for the ride rather than keeping you in the dark.
What was it like working with Sam Raimi?
He's very collaborative, which, I mean, I've never really had that experience with the director, and so it was really, interesting to see. Like, I would, be like, oh, I want to kind of just try it out just to see if it would work to do it a little more this way or that way, and he'd be like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do one take like that. And sometimes it would work, and sometimes it wouldn't. And he's like, that's okay. At least we got it, And that was good.
And she was great, and someone so young, especially starting out at 14, to constantly keep asking questions and grow into a role, I think, we're in for a treat.
Well, the first film was directed by Scott Derrickson. How would you describe the differences in direction with working with Sam Raimi?
Oh, they both come from a horror genre background, and Scott really knew what he was doing in this genre as well. But for Sam Raimi fans, there are a lot of sort of nostalgic tropes of the way he likes to produce horror and this kind of element of the other genre of superhero work. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun for Sam Raimi fans. It's very much his tone.
You've got a firm grasp on balancing horror elements within other genres. What was the experience like implementing it within a superhero film?
I had made a movie called Darkman years ago where there were slight horror elements within it. And also in Spider-Man 2, movie I directed, has Dr. Octavius, a scene where I pulled upon a lot of the horror film technologies and techniques that I had developed and studied to bring about those scenes. So this was actually the third film where I've employed some of the horror suspense building and tools of the horror film to titillate the audience.
It was the only way. But I never meant for any of this to happen.